Alright guys, so we've got a 2012 Jeep Patriot with the 2.4 liter engine, and the owner of this car just wants some spark plugs put in it. It's got about 126,000 miles. It's not running bad or anything, but he just wants some spark plugs put in it, an air filter. I've ordered the air filter. The parts house did have the spark plugs, so we're going to put the spark plugs in and then go from there. Thought I'd just do a quick video in case you've got one of these 2.4 liter engines and you're needing to put spark plugs in it, show you how easy it should be. So let me get set up. Alright, so the first thing you gotta do is get rid of this cover, and it just snaps on and off. You got a couple little hold downs in the back, a couple little hold downs in the front. These little rubber pieces snap onto those. So it looks like we got Torx that we're going to need to take these bolts out with here. The coils will come up out of there, and then we will be able to get to the plugs. So let me get my Torx kit and my DEWALT driver. Okay, so the Torx are a T30. And sometimes you can have enough slack to pull these up and out of here, sometimes you can't. I'm going to have to go ahead and pull the connector off of this very first one here. It's actually number 4. Always a good idea to take a look at the boot. If you see any white, powdery looking stuff that looks like it's been arcing, you might need to change your whole coil pack. It's always a good idea to blow them out before you take the plugs out. Always a good idea to do this with the engine cold. And these are just copper plugs. I was kind of shocked at that. I mean, they don't look too bad. These are Denzos. I don't know if those are the factory plugs or not, to be honest with you. All 4 look to be pretty good. These are auto lights. They are just copper plugs. The gap let's see. I'm not seeing it up here on the engine decal, but the book's calling out 44 thousandths. These are supposed to be pre-gap, but always a good idea to check them. Because if they were dropped, then that gap isn't going to be correct. I've actually taken spark plugs out of the box and they had been dropped, and the outer electrode was smashed all the way down to the center electrode. So that's kind of what you got to be careful of. And that's about it, fellas. That's how easy the plug change is on this particular vehicle. Snap the cover back down and you're good to go. Anyway, spark plug change, 2012 Jeep Patriot. Part number of these particular plugs, which is what O'Reilly's Auto Parts gave me, is an Autolite 5224. And this was the most inexpensive plug. They were $3.50. They had them all the way up to $10 if you want iridium and all that. But I learned years ago, when platinums and iridiums first started coming out, that if copper plugs came out of an engine and you went to upgrade with platinum or iridiums, I don't know how many vehicles we had coming back to the shop with misfires. So we'd go back in with the factory type copper plug, problem fixed. So I just started going back in with whatever comes out in the factory. That's what I go back with. So if copper comes out or is, in the car from the factory, I go back in with copper. If it's platinum, I go back in with platinum. If it's iridium, I go back in with iridium. Just because I've had too many cars come back from trying to put supposedly a better plug in, and for whatever reason it didn't like it. Now they may, like I say, I have not worked professionally as a mechanic in over 30 years, but I had too many cars that had misfires after upgrading the spark plugs. So I just go back in with the factory type plug. Anyway, we're done. You guys take care. We'll see you in the next one.